Hey, this is Joe, and today let's talk about the distributive property. That is, if I have a term A times the quantity B plus C, I could use the distributive property to multiply A by each term on the inside of the parentheses. In other words, when I distribute A into B plus C, I'm going to get A times B plus A times C. It's just A times each of the terms individually. And in the classroom, you're going to go in either direction. If we go from the top to the bottom here, we're usually told to distribute. And if we go from the bottom to the top here, that's usually connected to factoring. So let's work through two examples. So let's work through an example where we start with something of the form that appears on the left here, and we move to something that looks like the right side here. And whenever we're working with a problem like this, we're usually told to distribute. So for instance, say we're told to distribute 5 into the quantity 2x plus y. Here, we can think of 5 as A, 2x as B, and y as C, and to get from the left side to the right side, I'm just going to multiply 5 by 2x and 5 times y. And I get 5 times 2x plus 5 times y, and 5 times 2x is 10x, and 5 times y is 5y, and now we've distributed 5 into 2x plus y. Now, let's work with a problem that starts with something that looks like the right side, and we're going to move to something that looks like the left side here. And usually whenever we do this, we usually use the word factor to describe the process. Let's look at the example, 26x plus 10y. And we'll notice that, alright, they don't have a common variable, so I can't factor that out. But each of the terms are even, and so I could rewrite each one of these as 2 times something. So I can rewrite 26x as 2 times 13x. And 10y is 2 times 5y. And now if we look on the right side, we have 2 times something for each one of our terms. We have 2 times 13x and 2 times 5y. And so 2 looks like our A, and our B and our C values is 13x and 5y. And essentially, when we're factoring, we're kind of going backwards with the distributive property. And so we can pull the 2 out front, and we're going to be left with 13x plus 5y on the inside. And so really the main thing I want you to take away from this video is when you're using the distributive property, you can go in either direction. In one direction, you're usually told to distribute something, and in the other direction, you're usually told to factor something. I'm Joe, and thanks for spending some time with me.